Most people believe censorship looks like book burning, arrests, or laws that ban speech. But in the digital age, censorship has evolved. It's no longer loud. It's not enforced by police. It's embedded quietly into the platforms, tools, and algorithms we use every day. You're not silenced by force. You're silenced by design. In this video, we explore how modern censorship doesn't just restrict speech. It rewrites the boundaries of what can be perceived, believed, or even imagined. And it does so invisibly, algorithmically, and most dangerously, morally. The myth of neutral technology. Let's start with the lie we're all sold. That technology is neutral. Interfaces are clean. Platforms seem open. The code, we're told, is just logic. But every interface, every moderation tool, every algorithm is a decision. A decision about what you can do. What you see first. What you're nudged toward. What you'll likely never find. Design is never neutral. It reflects assumptions, incentives, and more often values. When you use a platform, you are stepping into a designed environment. And every environment shapes behavior. Just like a room can make you feel welcome or watched, a platform can shape what you believe is safe to say, think, or search. Soft censorship. When silence feels normal, censorship in the past was blunt. Books banned. Speakers jailed. But now censorship doesn't need to ban you. It just buries you. Your post doesn't get deleted. It gets seen by no one. You're not told you've been silenced. You just speak, and nothing happens. This is soft censorship. Visibility filtering. Deboosting. Algorithmic burial. It's efficient, non-confrontational, and terrifyingly effective. Worse, most people don't even realize it's happening. The silence isn't noticed because the system never announces what it's doing. It feels like your voice simply doesn't matter. But it's not just happening to you. It's baked into the infrastructure. Alignment and the moralization of speech. Ethics is the new frontier. We're told that language models must be aligned with human values. But again, whose values? Who gets to define what is safe, offensive, or disinformation? Alignment doesn't just teach machines what to avoid. It encodes a moral hierarchy into digital infrastructure. Words, ideas, perspectives, ranked by acceptability. Some get elevated. Others get pathologized. Dissent becomes harm. Doubt becomes danger. And once those assumptions are in the system, they're invisible. You're not being told what to believe. You're simply shown a world where alternatives don't exist. When code becomes law. Think of your digital environment today. First of all, platform rules you didn't vote on. These are often crafted by internal teams or external consultants without democratic input. You agree to them when you log in, but you don't shape them. They evolve constantly and you're expected to comply. Second of all, AI moderation you can't audit. Machine learning systems are trained on datasets you'll never see. Their safety metrics are abstract, unchallengeable, and embedded into the code itself. You don't even know when they're working against you. Third of all, speech policies decided in closed-door NGO panels. Organizations you didn't elect and may have never heard of, often funded by states or ideological donors, set the tone for what's acceptable discourse across platforms. You're not living under law. You're living under protocol. Code doesn't enforce punishment. It enforces invisibility. And that's more powerful, because you can't fight what you can't see. This is how censorship has evolved. Not as the restriction of speech, but as the design of perceived reality. The system of systems. This isn't about one platform. It's not about one government. It's a meta-system. A convergence of, first of all, tech companies. They provide the infrastructure, platforms, algorithms, data pipelines. Their design choices become social defaults. Their policies shape billions of interactions per day. Second of all, NGOs. Often acting as the moral arbiters in digital spaces, they create guidelines, push for enforcement, and lobby behind closed doors. They operate without public oversight, yet influence global speech norms. Third of all, so-called fact-checking alliances. These are often media networks or non-profits with ideological ties. They act as validators of truth, deciding what counts as misinformation, and therefore what must be suppressed. Fourth of all, supranational institutions. Entities like the UN, WEF, and WHO push frameworks that get adopted as global policy. Their language on disinformation and safety becomes the template for national regulation and platform governance. They don't all agree, but they do align around one thing. Control must look like safety, and safety must look like silence. Speech becomes a risk vector, so the system evolves to preempt it. It doesn't arrest you. It just ensures your words vanish. The dissent that doesn't exist. Once this logic is embedded, it self-replicates. Every new policy, every new AI model, every update to the algorithm, all of it follows the moral blueprint already laid, and the result is terrifyingly effective. You don't hear dissent, you don't see resistance, and over time you begin to believe there is no alternative, not because you were persuaded, but because nothing else was allowed to survive the filter. A fork in the system, we now face a civilizational fork. One path leads to total soft compliance. Thought pre-filtered, speech behaviorally nudged, reality curated by design. The other leads to autonomy. Systems that don't assume your morality, protocols that don't filter dissent. Infrastructure that lets truth compete, not be pre-approved. This is not a debate about platforms. This is a debate about epistemic sovereignty. Who decides what's real? Who decides what can be said? And who builds the tools that decide for you? The question that matters. This channel doesn't give you the answer. It gives you the lens. Because once you can see the pattern, you can question it. And once you can question it, you've already begun to reclaim something they didn't want you to know you lost. Your voice, your judgment, your reality. Decode the code. Question the consensus. Reclaim your perception.